Welcome to the Empty Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast. Take 2 on this St. Patrick's Day. We're here, Brad and Josh. We had a leprechaun pop in the studio. It's Eric to talk about his fantasy football knowledge and get you all ready for the season.
Whew.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Nice to have you here, bud.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for rearranging your schedule for me.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. I had a lot I had going on. Brad had a lot he had going on. But, we made it work for you.
A lot of shuffling. I understand.
A lot of shuffling.
Appreciate it.
Flip-flop, too, always. That's a growl term.
Nobody cares about your girl.
Well, I got it on.
Well, you're the odd man out, Brad. Yeah. We've both got our girl on, so.
Got your girl on.
Okay, you guys are cooler than me. I got it.
All right. I wish you guys could all see Brad's shirt. It says, "This is my party shirt," and it's got a huge margarita on it. But it's green. I don't even know where you find clothes like that.
Walmart.
You got that at Walmart?
At the Walmart, baby.
I was going to say Spencer's.
Nah, it's the Walmart. The Walmart's got some good stuff.
Yeah, I was in there this morning. They had a lot of nice St. Patrick's Day stuff.
Did you pick anything up? Scoop something?
Negative.
You didn't get the cat one?
We needed some sprinkles. And what else do we need? Sausage for breakfast.
Sprinkles? Did you put the sprinkles?
That's why Walmart's so amazing.
The wife's baking for her potluck on Monday.
But that's why Walmart's amazing. You can get sprinkles. You can get sausage.
Get your oil
change.
You can go get
your oil change.
Buy a mower.
And get a brand new TV.
Get your kids some diapers. Everything you need.
It's one-stop shop.
One-stop shopping.
The new Dolly Parton album's probably getting sold there.
You can buy some contact lenses. I love Walmart. Absolutely love it.
Renew your Straight Talk Wireless. We're just trying to get some sponsors here.
I wish I could go and do Straight Talk Wireless. I just really like having reception.
That's what my daughter uses. She has fine reception.
Does she? Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll switch. I got to pay off these phones first. We looked on our plan because after we had this little financial briefing on Friday, I looked to see how much we owed on our phones, and I owe over $400, and my wife owes over $600 on our phones. Unbelievable.
Yeah, but you guys get new phones like every year.
I get one every 2 years because I love them.
I try to upgrade as little as possible, but yeah, we went in yesterday, got an upgrade for the old iPhone 6 because it was done. Mm-hmm. But we also got the payoff values on ours, and I can't believe how much we still owe on 3 phones. So sad.
3 phones. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so Eric, you've been playing fantasy football for quite some time.
Over a decade now, yeah.
Over a decade. So you have some insight. You've won quite a few championships. You've played with a variety of different players. So you have some interesting strategies. We're going to see how this works out. If you guys like Eric, if he enjoys being here, maybe we'll keep bringing him back. If not, then we'll just say goodbye and we'll keep trying with other people. Who cares?
I already don't enjoy it.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay. Well, you can get out of here.
Well,
it's like Leprechaun in the Hood right now, which was on TV on Sci-Fi.
Marathon,
right
Sci-Fi. Check it out.
Leprechaun in the Hood.
Leprechaun in the Hood? Oh, those are so
Leprechaun
cheesy.
5. Jennifer Aniston's in Leprechaun 1, by the way.
Is she?
Yes.
That was like her first movie ever.
Oh my!
Yeah, that was her big break.
She has her old nose.
I thought her big break was Friends.
I think that was before Friends. I really did. I think that's where she got noticed.
Her old nose.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's get into some football here. This is why we're here.
All right. So we're gonna start with the bad because it was a free agency bonanza this week.
It was awesome.
But there was some news on Friday. Not good news. Very bad news. Tyreek Hill. So we don't know what's going on with this yet. He's being investigated for possible domestic abuse. We don't know what's going on with it. We know that his girlfriend and his child are also in the case. We don't know the exact details.
What we do know is that his 3-year-old has a broken arm.
And we do know that he has a past.
So we can't speculate. But if this does come out to be him the one causing the issue.
Do you think he's suspended no matter what?
I think he gets cut from the Chiefs and he's suspended.
I don't think about that unless a video comes out.
This is his second incident. And children, man, you can't go hurting kids.
You can't. But Greg Hardy got a second chance, and we all read that report.
Well, that's Jerry. Jerry's going to give anybody a second chance. Right, Eric?
True. Absolutely. My boy Jerry. Well. But, Adrian Peterson missed 15 games for a similar situation. And his child didn't have any broken bones. So
there were pictures of his child, though, which leaked.
That's true.
That changes everything. We know video. Look at Kareem Hunt.
So there was someone that was speculating that maybe his fiance, because it's his fiance, they're not married yet, are they?
No.
So his fiance could potentially take the fall, knowing how much money is on the line because he was set to sign a mega deal after this season.
Yeah, they were in negotiations. So.
They were talking about making him the highest paid receiver in all of football. So I hope that if he did it, he needs to pay his own price for it. But I could see this being a situation where something bad happened to that child and someone else taking the fall.
I think the NFL is going to do some kind of suspension. With being his second time, because really his first one was in college. It affected his draft stock. That's how the Chiefs got him so cheap and so late.
If he's guilty, he deserves to be released.
If he's guilty and all that. But even if there's not a guilty, because Zeke got suspended for 6 games and there was no guilty charges there. He just got him charges pressed against him. So
yeah.
Yeah, knowing the sheriff, he's going to slap him with something.
He's going to get hit with something. But it is his second offense. He did plead guilty to his last one. He only had 3 months probation. They got expunged from his records. But
got the sponge.
Goodell doesn't fall under the same rules as normal lawmakers do.
He is the law.
Yeah, and if videos or
the sheriff,
if videos or pictures come out, it will be a really, really long suspension. Because we've seen the NFL when there's video. Kareem Hunt didn't get any suspensions. Then the video came out, and then they suspended him for 8 games.
This is crap. Speaking of Kareem Hunt,
yeah, let's go ahead and hit that right now.
Kareem Hunt, his suspension did get handed down.
8 games.
8 games. I think that's reasonable for what he did. I thought it was Mando 10.
It's 6.
It's Mando 6, so he got a couple extra.
He got extra because of a video. Honestly, I think that's what it was. It's because of a video.
Okay, so, and this is his first offense. If he gets another one, he'll be done. So we do know for the first half of the season, Nick Chubb will be the Brown starter. Yes. Now, he's not going to be the only Brown starter that know about.
We're going to segue over to this?
That's what I'm trying to do.
That's exactly what he was doing. He was setting you up.
Yeah, didn't even name
that was
all right. Odell Beckham
fastball over the middle.
Is traded to the Cleveland Browns for, what was it? 3 bags of peanuts and some magic beans?
Might as well have been a first, a third, and Jabril Peppers.
And it was the Browns' second third-round pick, right?
Correct.
It was the one they got from New England.
Yeah,
not their good one.
Yeah, that's good for you, Cleveland. Bravo. I actually want to watch some Cleveland football now.
Question.
Absolutely. Their offense is terrifying.
Danny, I want you to look at me. Do you want your life to be better or to be worse or to stay the same?
Get out of my way.
Answer the
better, worse, or stay the same. For the whole Brown, we'll start with the Cleveland side of the ball. Odell, is it better, worse, or stay the same?
Better.
I think it's about the same.
I honestly think it's about the same too.
So I got a little nugget here from Pro Football Focus.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let's hear it.
So Odell last year with Eli saw an accurate pass, what they determine as an accurate pass, 50% of his targets.
Yeah.
Baker, in the second half of the season, was considered the 4th most accurate quarterback in the league.
Okay. Yeah, he just had bad receivers outside of Jarvis.
Right, but he's putting the ball in the breadbasket.
So you think that's why this is better for Odell?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think it's an upgrade over our current version of Eli.
I can agree with that being better than Eli, but the weapons of Cleveland are way better than all the weapons of the Giants. Saquon's better than Chubb. Okay.
That's about where it's
But that's it.
That's about it, yeah.
When
Jarvis is better than Sterling Shepard. Njoku and Evan Ingram probably.
I think that'll wash.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you do have more mouths to feed with him on the team.
And I honestly worry about going to the AFC North. Better cornerback play there. Better defenses.
There are.
Baltimore, way better.
Baltimore's, yes, definitely. Especially now with Earl Thomas heading there. So.
Yeah.
It matters. But I still think it's going to stay about the same for him. It's going to be a little bit of an adjustment period. The good news is people worry about, his attitude along with Baker's attitude, but I think that they're going to let these guys be themselves. And Jarvis Landry does have a history with Odell. They went to the same college. They're great friends. They've remained in contact. I think this is a good thing for Odell. I think it's a good thing for the Cleveland fans who have waited so long, and I applaud you guys. You've waited long, and you deserve this. And I hope that Cleveland's successful just for you. I have nothing to gain from this, but I just want to see them be good again. They haven't been good since they moved to Baltimore.
Okay. How's this affect Jarvis? Stay the same, worse, or better?
It's better because now he gets to go back to his initial role, which was being in that slot.
But do you think it's going to
he's
going to
move back to the slot. Absolutely. And he's going to see less doubles.
But what about targets? What about target share? I mean, he was the target machine on the team last.
But he wasn't the catch machine.
But he got the targets.
I think his catches will go up. Even
I think they'll throw more with now that they have Odell. I think you'll see less of Chubb and even Kareem Hunt when he comes back.
So you think it's worse for the running back situation?
Yes. I think they're going to throw it more.
Especially the goal line. I can see the goal line being a little different. Some fades going to Odell.
I don't know. Jarvis is a bit taller than Odell, and I like.
Well, Odell only needs one hand and two fingers to catch the ball.
But okay, well,
Working on that jugs machine all the time.
Like 4 years ago, so
Still did it.
no one cares. So.
I care. Won me a fantasy championship.
All right. Okay, so the Giants got Jabril Peppers. No one really cares. Cleveland's in the market for a safety now. Their defense, they're still fine. They got Olivier Vernon.
Yeah, they have actually a really good defense. The backside of it's not that great, but they have pass rushers galore up front.
Yeah, they have a nice 5-man rotation on the defensive line.
So you can have a weak secondary as long as you got a pass rush. The Cowboys have been doing it for 2 years now.
That's true. So you want to talk about how this affects
I don't want to talk about it.
The Giants.
The Giants. So the Giants did go out and sign a wide receiver.
Ooh, who was it?
Golden Tate.
The Tater.
So what do you guys think about the Giants offense? Do you still like Saquon?
Oh, I love Saquon.
Yeah, Barkley's going to get the volume.
Is he the number one running back next year?
I mean, he can break a big play anytime.
In PPR, we'll say it. In PPR. Is he the number one running back in fantasy? If you have the first pick, you taking Saquon?
Yeah, I would.
I 100% agree with Eric.
Ooh. Okay.
He's another year in this offense. They have almost no options. Eli's going to dump the ball. They're keeping Eli. They got $33 million worth of dead money on their books, but they're keeping Eli. They just paid him a $5 million bonus. And I've even read earlier today that they're not interested in Dwayne Haskins, who is the only quarterback.
That's exactly what I would say too.
They're the only team that actually have a quarterback of actually. That's the only quarterback they have a chance of actually getting.
Wait till they trade for Josh Rosen.
If they trade for Josh Rosen, then get ready, Giants fans. You're going to have another.
They need a tank for Tua.
Miserable year.
Are they tanking for Tua?
That's what I would do.
I don't think they're tanking.
I'd leave Haskins on board.
Tanking for Tua here in a minute. But.
So, what do you guys think of the Golden Tate signing?
It's a weird fit because he's best in the slot. 2015 to 2017, when he was playing in the slot, he had 150 catches. Mm-hmm. So Shepard, that's normally his spot. So are they going to move?
Has he ever played with a bad quarterback?
Well, Stafford is meh.
Russell Wilson and Stafford was really it.
And
he didn't really have
Nick
time to
Foles
fit in
last
with
year.
Wentz and Foles last year. So
that's what I'm saying.
I guess it would just be
Eli's
Foles.
the worst quarterback he's had, right?
Absolutely.
You
huge.
think Eli's worse than Nick Foles?
I mean, right now, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Right now.
the money says that Nick Foles is better.
Right now, Nick Foles is a better quarterback.
Okay.
Eli just can't throw it downfield anymore.
No, he can't. So maybe this is a good fit for him.
If they put him in the slot, if they're going to put him out wide and leave Shepard in the slot, then that's a different story, though, for me.
Evan Ingram on the outside, Shepard and Tate in the slot. Poor Saquon Barkley and his 12 men in the box. He's got to get past Eli. He's probably going to get in his way somehow.
Every down, he's going to have a stacked box. But he'll still break him.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
He's a beast.
It'll all buff out.
Okay, and then with Odell going to Cleveland, Rashard Perryman, who I don't think anybody really cares about, they ripped up the deal that they had, I guess, and he's going to Tampa Bay.
They didn't really need him.
He's probably going to be the fourth wide receiver there.
Yeah.
I'm not Mike Evans and
I'm not that excited.
Yeah, not on my radar at all, honestly. What is he? One of your last picks, maybe?
Yeah, maybe he has a couple of games on a
We're gonna just keep talking. I'm looking at this rundown we have for the show, and nowhere on this rundown does it have anything about Johnny Manziel on it.
Oh, I was actually going to get into that.
That
was the signing of the week.
Okay, so I'm not in the loop on this.
The signing of the week.
Where Johnny signed?
Johnny got released by the CFL, correct? So then he signed with the AAF. Well, the way the AAF works is that whatever college you went to, the team in that region has first dibs on you.
Oh, that's like old school NBA region rights.
Yes.
Okay.
So the San Antonio Commodores, is it? They had dibs on him. They're actually having a really good year. They said, we don't need him. So Memphis is picking him up. This is the same team that had Hackenberg. And who was the other one they had too? It was
they had Mettenberger.
Yeah, Zach Mettenberger.
Zach Mettenberger.
So,
oh boy,
as soon as Johnny Manziel, he's coming into camp today, and they're gonna see what he looks like. And if he's good, they said they're gonna throw him out there.
I mean, he's your de facto starter with those two. I mean, you literally can't go down from Christian Hackenberg.
You can.
Yeah, Paxton Lynch.
I don't know about it. I don't know. I think Paxton Lynch might be better.
They're on par with each other. But yeah, so Johnny Football back in the United States. Whew. And this is a feeder league for the NFL. I'm just saying.
Oh boy.
I really hope that he does well. I really do.
Did he get signed for enough money to buy a steady supply of Coke? That's my question. Okay.
He's in Memphis. It's probably not that hard.
Well, then it's probably not expensive there. It's all downhill from here. Then.
Probably not even that good.
Okay.
Who cares?
All right. So Deshaun Jackson is back at Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm excited to see DJ's back. So I was heard that they were going to cut him, and then the Philly traded for him anyway.
They swapped like late round picks, though, didn't they? It was
nothing.
Yes, 2020 7th round pick, and Tampa gets a 2019 6th rounder.
Yeah, so
nothing big here.
Meh. But do you think Deshaun Jackson, fantasy wise, is maybe in standard more than PPR? Because he can still break a big one, right?
Yeah, he still stretches the field really well. Last year, 18.9 yards per reception led the league. So,
yeah. So I mean, he still has the speed.
It gives them a nice XYZ receiver combo because now they have their deep threat. They have Jeffries and they have Al Glore.
Yeah, they have the contested catch guy with Jeffries. They have Ertz underneath, and they got Deshaun Jackson stretching the field. We'll see if Carson Wentz can use all his targets properly, because I really don't think he likes to use the wide receivers.
He just doesn't use Jeffrey very well at all.
He doesn't use any wide receivers really well. He uses Ertz and all his tight ends very well.
Yeah, 3 yards difference per target with Wentz compared to Foles last year for Jeffries. So
it's a band after my own heart right here. All right, and then the saddest news of the week. The Tannehill experiment in Miami is over.
Is that really the saddest news?
I mean, we'll give Miami a little love after the last episode, how we treated them.
They deserve every bit.
So they traded Tannehill to the Titans. First thing I want to bring up is, how does this affect Marcus Mariota? Do you think this affects him at all? They cut the backup as soon as they traded for him. So he's making the team, Tannehill is.
With that nerve injury last year, they have to have some kind of insurance. He said his whole right side was tingly. Yeah. Exactly. He can barely grip a ball. They got to have something there. So.
And Miami's actually paying $5 of the $7 million that Tannehill is owed.
What?
Yeah. So why not do it? Yeah, I couldn't believe that. That was actually one of the smarter moves in terms of like cap relief that I've seen since nobody did it.
So it's only a 1 year deal.
Anybody
he
else?
Do anything, they can get rid of him cheap.
Good for you.
But Mariota's still the starter there, or do you think there's a chance that it could be, in training camp, we could find somebody else?
I think they should look into it.
Yeah, I think it's a wait and see.
Competition.
We got to see what he looks like in camp.
Yeah.
Because I'm not impressed.
And then what I was going to say,
Mariota and Winston, those guys just haven't lived up to the hype.
Who's the Miami quarterback? But that got answered like an hour before we came out here. Fitzmagic.
Good for you. Bring it up.
Taking his talents to South Beach.
That beard is going to fit in so well down there.
Oh.
Is he like the old guy that's retiring? Like he just keeps moving farther south. He's such a snowbird right now.
Because he wasn't Buffalo not too long ago.
Yeah, he was Buffalo. Then he moved down a little bit. And he just slowly kept creeping down. Now he's finally went to Miami.
What's the phrase you use, Josh? An inside pet? He's an inside pet now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure. He's an inside pet.
Do you think this affects anything in Miami?
Well, they did re-sign Devontae Parker.
Yeah, so that's great for him, right?
Great for him.
Because we know one thing about Fitzmagic. He'll fire down there. Oh. He doesn't care.
So I think this is actually great news for Devontae Parker. They don't have a tight end right now outside of Gesicki because they let... Who was the guy that
they signed a guy. We said it on the last show.
Now
you're doing my notes.
Who cares? So anyway,
it's a huge boon for Miami's offense. So they do. They have Dwayne Allen now.
They got Dwayne.
We brought it up in the show twice.
Dwayne. They got Dwayne.
Prior to that deal, though, the two quarterbacks on the Dolphins roster, Jake Rudock, if I'm saying that right, and Luke Falk.
Yeah, I remember those
Never
guys.
heard of them.
They're great.
Exactly.
Very talented guys.
So, my notes prior to this signing, Kenyon Drake, possibly the only guy worth drafting on this roster because Kenny Stills, Devontae Parker, and Dwayne Allen. If you
What
got
about Kalen
Rudock and
Balazs?
Falk throwing.
The Bellagio?
Yeah.
You got to cash in, baby.
Do you think he's going to do anything next year?
I think you need to take him in the late rounds. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. I love, like you said, so this is you got to have that lottery ticket, dude. Mm-hmm. You got to hold on to those things, and then you
scratchers, baby.
and then you cash in.
Yep.
You got to cash in.
Cash money.
Nothing for
All right. I'm calling an audible. We're not doing number 7. We're going to skip number 7 for a second.
Wait. I do want to talk about this real quick because we were in that division, and we're done with that division now. Adrian Peterson did re-sign with the Redskins. Oh, it's way down there.
It's on the bottom of your list, but it's okay, man.
Hey, we're jumping around. That's fine.
We'll do
Roll with the
17.
punches.
All right, Redskins made some moves.
Fine.
The Redskins made some moves. They re-signed Adrian Peterson. How does this affect Darius Geis?
Not good. Not good, Bob.
I think Geis is still your de facto number 1. They spent a second-round pick on him. You can't just
They
leave him on
did,
the bench.
but I wonder if they're going to take it easy on his knee, make sure he's fully healthy. A lot of what you saw with Dalvin Cook in Minnesota with Latavius Murray. Let another guy take all the hard work in the beginning. Let him get up to game speed. Not push it. Don't let him get injured. Because they did use a second-round pick. You don't want him to burn himself out this early.
That's true.
And you'd rather him do not too well his first 2 years. That way you can re-sign him cheaper.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they did get Peterson on the cheap, 2 years, $8 million. They didn't say how much guaranteed.
Probably nothing. Bag of nickels.
And then we didn't mention the Case Keenum last episode, did we?
I think we did mention Case. We expected him. No, he got traded. Yeah,
He got traded before. Okay. So Case Keenum's there. Boom.
So the only thing is you got to look for the slot receiver in this offense, who I don't know who that is right now.
Because Jamison Crowder
He's gone.
is gone. And we'll get into that here in a little bit.
All right, so now we can move back. Adrian Peterson, I think it does hurt the juice a little bit. I wanted to see the juice run free. He's younger. He's better.
Who do you think has a better year? Adrian Peterson or Darius Geis?
It's Jay Gruden, so he's stupid. So it doesn't.
Which one do you think? Take one. We'll put your hair on the line.
I'm not putting my hand for this. I'll still go AP.
AP?
Yeah.
I say AP too. He's reliable. Only fumbled 3 times last year.
He ain't catching a pass, though.
carries. So
He ain't catching a pass.
he's not.
He ain't catching no
But he's not coughing up the rock either. So
Might as well try and catch with his elbows. All right. We'll move back up now to the list. Number 8.
Yeah, we can do 7 if you guys want to.
Okay, so this is a big deal.
yeah, Le'Veon Bell to the Jets. 4 years, $52 million, $35 million guaranteed.
Good for you. Good for you,
So-
Le'Veon.
How do you guys feel about this?
Danny, I want you to look at me. Do you want your life to be better, or to be worse, or to stay the same?
So, what did Le'Veon Bell want his life to be?
It's going to be, fantasy-wise, it's going to be about the same.
You really think so?
I think so. I don't think it's going to get better.
I think it's going to be worse.
I don't think it's going to be worse.
That offensive
I
line
mean, it
in
can't
New
be
York.
worse than last year. It'll be better than it was last year.
He's going to get a bajillion touches. He's going
think
to
so?
catch a lot of balls out. Yeah, man. I think he's going to be good.
I don't think his on-the-ground production will be as good with that offensive line. But they did upgrade with Osmel, so at guard.
Yeah,
But,
but you still have Sam Darnold back there, so he's still going to face a lot of 8-man in the box.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be better this year.
Isaiah Crowell got cut, so we'll look for him to fall as a backup running back somewhere.
And they got receivers in there now.
Yeah, they went out and got Jamison Crowder and Josh Bellamy.
Yeah, Bellamy. Why do you say it with a question mark? Bellamy.
And they still have a new one.
Nunwa. Still got Robbie.
Robbie Anderson, who I think this helps out Robbie Anderson the most.
There's talk of them bringing ASJ back. Safarian Jenkins.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. You know what? I think the Jets are going to surprise some people by being the 3rd best team in their division.
Is Le'Veon Bell still one of your top 5 running backs?
No, he's not a top 5. No.
Okay, so Saquon, Gurley.
No, actually, I don't
I'm worried about Gurley.
Okay, Kamara
Zeke, Christian McCaffrey.
in PPR.
Yeah, this is PPR.
Absolutely.
Then Gurley. I go Gurley after those guys.
Gurley.
We'll see what that
Bell
knee
after
looks
that.
like. Here.
Gurley, Melvin Gordon.
You take Melvin Gordon over Bell?
Yeah, absolutely.
Melvin Gordon I like better in standard, but
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think of anybody else off the top of my head. David Johnson? And Bell, I think, are going to have very similar years.
Yeah, I think they're about the same.
They'll be that fringe RB.
Well,
guys.
we'll see what happens in the draft. That might change drastically.
And I'm excited to see who the starter.
I don't think it matters in Arizona.
Don't think so?
I'm excited to see who the starter in Tampa is going to be. If it's Rojo, you guys just be on the lookout for Rojo.
He's still on my dynasty team there, buddy.
No, I'm saying I'm not talking about in your dynasty. I'm talking about redraft. I know he's on your dynasty.
You were looking at me, so I thought you were talking to me.
No.
I'm talking to listeners. I got it.
I'm seeing like that's a guy that I expect to jump. Whoever if it's Peyton Barber, we know what Peyton Barber is. He's not going to be able to do that much. But Rojo is a lot more of a dynamic player. Just be on the lookout, guys. That's all I'm saying. Be on the lookout for Rojo to do some things if he's named the starter this year.
Do
And
you
he
guys
should
like
be.
Jameson Crowder at all?
I never have. Why would I like him now?
Okay, I didn't know.
No. I've had him on one team, and he was disappointing.
I mean, they got. But here's my biggest fear with Le'Veon Bell.
Okay.
His name is Adam Gase. You know, he's going to see an imaginary fly.
Yeah, he is still the Jets head coach.
He is
No
the
longer
head
Todd
coach.
Bowles.
It's the
Oh, I forgot.
Jets.
Oh no.
So we saw in New York, he didn't like to use his stars. Devontae Parker, Kenyon Drake.
In Miami, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, in Miami. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So are you worried at all? Does that affect this at all?
It makes me want to shave my head. Adam Gase is an idiot who should not be employed.
The owner is
Yeah.
probably going to push really hard for them to start him. It won't be like a Kenyon Drake situation where they got him on a rookie deal and they really don't care because they're winning some games. This is going to be different.
It sucks.
I think if they're running the same kind of vanilla offense he was in Miami,
Vanilla.
it's going to be bad.
Vanilla.
I'm worried Bell disappears completely.
Ooh. Ooh, easy, fella.
And you think he'll be happy there?
He gave Frank Gore plenty of
He's
touches.
got guaranteed money. That's what he wanted.
$35 million to make a lot of your troubles go away, bud.
But the Steelers reportedly offered him 5 years, 70.
They did, but there was a lot less guaranteed money. And that for him, that's what the big deal is because if you don't have guaranteed money, you're essentially on a 1-year deal. You're going from year to year.
Especially because he's hitting 30. He knows that's the cutoff point to cut running backs.
That's the same reason that Antonio Brown went on to Pittsburgh is because Pittsburgh doesn't offer a lot of guaranteed money up front.
They
That's
do
true.
pay out most of their contracts, though.
They do.
I think 80% of their contracts are paid out.
Typically, only their signing bonuses are guaranteed in Pittsburgh, though. So.
But they do actually. I think Ryan Shazier, they still haven't cut him.
Yeah, they put him on the
They could.
pup again this year. They're not. He's not going to be getting his full. He'll get the league veteran minimum. But the
He's
reason
a free
they-
agent. They got signed him on the.
Yeah, they kept him so he could continue to rehab and use their medical facilities and stuff, which I thought was a very classy move by Pittsburgh.
They're a classy organization, I think.
They really are. Other than Big Ben,
Yep.
he's classless.
All right, let's move over. Let's go back to the AFC North here. The Ravens got another running back.
Whoo!
Mark Ingram.
Bye, Gus. Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye Gus. Which
The Gus bus, his tires are flat. Bye, Kenny Dix. Bye.
you think so?
Bye.
I haven't seen Mark Ingram carry the load by himself in 3 years now.
2 years.
Even 3 years ago, was he really? He wasn't what he was.
That's
2
because
years-
Sean Payton doesn't let his guys do that.
That's true. He's always been in a running back by committee. I mean, even in the Reggie Bush years, he was splitting carries. So
And
I like.
What have they been doing in Baltimore?
Look, man.
I
like
mean,
this-
you guys.
I like this move. He's going to be a solid RB2.
Who was the guy we called an RB2 last year? The Texans running back.
Oh,
Alfred Blue?
no. He's talking about Lamar Miller.
Lamar Miller, your quintessential RB2.
You're not excited to have him on your team.
He get you 12 points. And that's what Mark
too
Ingram's going
old.
to do.
But if you want an RB2,
Mark Ingram's going to get you 12 points a game.
I wouldn't want him for my RB2.
Mark Ingram?
Oh, I thought we were still talking about Lamar Miller.
No, same thing.
Yeah, you don't want either one of them. I don't think
You don't want. They're
No.
not
I don't think you-
sexy.
I don't think you. I think Mark Ingram's upside is completely gone.
It is. It does
His
hurt.
floor is very high, but he has his ceiling is right there above the floor.
It hurts because of who his quarterback is.
That's what I'm saying. He's not going to get a lot of passing
Yeah.
catches.
He turns 30 in December.
He's going to get a lot of straight run up the gut, and hopefully the defensive end went with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. He's also better when the quarterback's under center, which is not something they did a lot with Lamar Jackson last year. They were in the pistol a lot. His yards per carry drops about half a yard.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson is going to have to change the way he plays, or at least get better at passing the ball. I mean, no, I'm just saying.
That's some great analysis, man.
For Mark Ingram to be good, because you're saying he's going to be an RB2. He's going to be a very bad RB2. He'll end up as like running back 20.
Yeah, that's still an RB2.
That's what I'm saying.
Google it. You can laugh. all
Not
you
in
want.
an 18. Not in an 18 league.
In an 18 league, no, it is not.
Yeah.
But if you're
See,
playing in an
boom.
18 league, then
But if you play in an 8-team league, you're basically
go play in traffic.
What if
Yeah.
it's AFC only? Ooh.
even worse. Why would you play that way?
That would be boring. You don't have no,
I'm in baseball mode.
You don't have any
AL.
range.
For all the fans we just alienated with
Yeah.
the 8-team league thing, you're good. You can play 8 teams if you want.
Yeah, play 8 teams. It's
your
all,
league.
fantasy football is all about having fun. That's what
I
we're
don't
gonna
care.
do.
I'll alienate you right now. Don't do it. Don't be stupid.
All right. Since Mark Ingram left the Saints, they found another running back,
Yeah, this is a great signing by them.
Latavius Murray.
Yeah. Good for you.
So does this mean that it's Kamara's job?
No, they're still going to use him on some stuff.
Will he
Latavius
have
Murray.
more?
Yeah, he's going to have more because they only paid him like 4 years, $14 million. It's not a lot of money. I'm not
So is Kamara your number 2 running back next year?
the Camaro.
Yeah.
Alvin and the Chipmunks for me will be probably my number 3
Behind Saquon and Christian McCaffrey?
behind Saquon and Zeke.
Behind Zeke?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think. What? You're dying?
He's dying over here.
Eric's dying.
It's okay. Just keep coughing.
He's motioning to us like, "Hey, do something. Help
Trying
me."
to tell you to cut, but
We don't
Okay.
want, no, we don't want to cut.
We don't want to cut.
keep
It's
going.
fun.
We're gonna
This is
leave it
better.
in.
This is real life.
This is what we do.
This isn't science fiction. It's real life.
You either die on the show,
Or you die in real life.
yeah,
So when people say, "Did you die?" you can say, "Yes, I died."
on the show. All right.
Anything you want to add to the Saints thing? Do you want
Latavius
a water?
Murray
There's
and
a
Mark
water
Ingram
over
are
in the corner.
basically. I don't know. I feel like they're the same guy. So
No, Latavius Murray isn't as talented as Mark Ingram. Brad left. He's just leaving the studio.
well, he's dying.
Okay, so Brad's leaving. No, something else I do want to talk about right now. That was loud. Are you still recording? Yeah. That was very loud.
Single-handedly ruining the podcast.
Thank you. That's okay. We'll alienate those fans. All right, so I think this is a good thing for the Saints. They got a good, decent running back, cheap. Latavius Murray, he has shown that in certain situations with creative offensive lines, he can carry the load if he needs to. So he's going to be a gap filler. I'm fine with that. And then the Saints also made another interesting move by re-signing Teddy Bridgewater to a 1-year, $7 million deal. And they reconstructed Drew Brees' contract. And the reason that I find this interesting is because they pushed more money back to open up $10 million of guaranteed cap space this year, but his cap figure next year is $41 million. So that tells me that they're trying to win now, this year, now. $41 million for Breezy.
Well, yeah, the window's closing. They have to win now.
Win now.
He's 40 years old.
Which is why I don't understand why they didn't go out and get a guy like Tevin Coleman, who wasn't that much more money than Latavius Murray.
Because they can run Alvin Kamara into the ground because they're winning now.
Yeah.
The Cowboys have been doing this for how many years now? You run your
DeMarco
running
Murray.
back into the ground and you don't care about what's going to have to do later.
Sure.
This is why running backs like Gurley and Le'Veon Bell want their guaranteed money.
Which is smart on them.
Run us into the ground.
They ain't no Adrian Peterson. He got that $100 million deal.
Well, he's a freak of nature. Let's be honest.
AP got that hundo.
All right, you guys want to talk about the most exciting moves of the offseason? The Buffalo Bills.
Do we have to?
In the words of Chris Berman, nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he says it all the time. Well, he used to say it all the time.
Good for you.
So they went out and they got him some wide receivers. Cole Beasley. Really sad that he's not a Patriot.
Oh, everything was
I'm sad
lined
he's
up.
not a Cowboy anymore.
And then they went out and got John Brown. I actually like these moves. Because they had no wide receivers there last year for poor.
They made some
Josh
budget
Allen.
moves. This was good.
And John Brown is a burner, and we know Josh Allen was all the hype about. That
got a cannon.
70-yard pass he had at the combine.
He is Jay Cutler.
No, he's better than Jay Cutler.
yeah,
Come on.
He's more athletic.
He's more
He can
athletic,
run better.
And he doesn't have diabetes.
And he's better at reading defense. Jay Cutler didn't care. Jay Cutler threw the ball into like 17 main coverages.
Hey, it worked for the gunslinger. Brett Favre? You remember him?
Brett Favre. Every throw
He
was
beat
to
the
the other
Patriots in
team.
the Super Bowl.
There's a reason he has the all-time record
Eli
for
beat the
picks.
Patriots in the Super Bowl. You can't say anything about that.
Hey, Brett Favre. He's best.
Was not a fan.
So, what are you guys projecting for these guys then? Do you want them on your team? Do you want a Cole Beasley? Do you want
In
a John
PPR,
Brown?
I think Cole Beasley could be serviceable on bye weeks.
You think he could be like a wide receiver 4? still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think
then
you
I
can
think
get that
John
kind of
Brown
value.
probably will have a couple of those weeks where he catches like 2 50-yard touchdown passes. So his numbers look really good.
Is Allen that deep accurate, though? Or is he going to make use of this?
I think it's a good thing to stretch the field. They had nothing there to stretch the field last year.
Is he going to have the time for that kind of play to develop?
He hurdled over Anthony Barr, so he'll make the time. Okay?
Yeah, if he's rolling out of the pocket, maybe. But that offensive line, are they going to sit tight for him?
They also made another signing to help with pass protection. The ageless wonder,
Frank Gore.
Yeah,
He's forever.
How much is he going to be in with LaShawn McCoy?
That's what I wanted to ask. How does this affect Shady? Is Shady done?
Considering how bad Shady was last year.
And the fact that there's still that, investigation going on with him.
Frank Gore can still play, dude.
To me, he'll get you 3.3 a carry.
To me, this is telling me I don't want either one of them.
Well, I don't either, but...
Yeah.
I didn't want them, either one of them before, and now I really don't want them.
Yeah, Gore's not keeping you on schedule, and Shady with his injury history, you better have somebody good waiting in the wings.
So do you think the AFC East is better today than it was at the end of the season last year?
Well, we got...
The Patriots are better.
The Jets got better.
The Jets got better with Bell, right? Makes your offense looks a little bit better.
They got better.
Slightly.
Yeah.
The Bills did not get better.
You don't think this made them better?
They made them better, but they're not a better team.
I mean, we're not talking about all the defensive moves. We're not breaking this thing down like NFL Insider and, looking at...
I could be an NFL Insider.
I want to be the next Adam Schefter.
I want to be an NFL Insider.
I would vote for myself.
Whatever. The Bills also got a tight end on a one-year deal.
Yeah, I'm actually okay with this.
Tyler Croft.
They got Croft. The Bengals opted to stick with Uzama instead of Croft,
who went healthy, which doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah.
He's
That's
really
why
good.
they kept Uzama, is just because he's healthy. I think that's what it was. And I'm fine with that. Go Auburn. Whew. Speaking of which, do you guys know who won the SEC tournament today? Do you guys know?
Shut up.
Do you guys
I'm going
know
to assume
who?
your Tigers did, since you're bragging about it.
They beat Tennessee.
No, God, please, no, 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 no.
Honestly, I'm really glad they won and not the
Vols.
I hate Tennessee so much.
They beat Tennessee handily.
They did.
Yeah.
Worked
They look
well.
great. They did.
Real good.
That's good momentum going into the tournament.
Whew. And we get an automatic bid now.
You guys might get a 4 seed.
I don't know if we're going to force you.
Let's calm down there.
Well, they said if Tennessee or Kentucky won the SEC, they're going to 1 seed. So
That's possible. That means we might not get eliminated in the first round. Whew.
Does it matter if Zion's healthy the entire tournament?
would you be?
Because I don't think it does.
Would you rather have like an 8 seed or get a 5 seed? Because that way you'll be the one that gets upset by 12. Because nobody wants that 5-12
Or
matchup.
you could be Duke and get a 3 seed and lose to a 14. So, I mean,
Hey, I was CJ McCollum.
He's
Lehigh.
okay. He wants
He's great.
Duke to lose, don't you, Brad?
Oh, I hate Duke.
Yeah.
Christian Leitner can go.
All right, let's circle back to this football thing.
Okay, sorry.
Tyler Croft, he got signed. I don't know. I need to see more from Josh Allen. He didn't really show off his passing skills a lot last year. He ran it when he had to. I would like to see a little bit more. I'm kind of on hold with these guys. If anything, I might take a Cole Beasley late. But he's about the only one I would really want out of this deal right
If you're in a 2-quarterback league, would you rather have him or Lamar Jackson?
now. Lamar Jackson.
Really?
I agree with everything Josh said. 100%.
I don't know. I think I might take in a 2-quarterback league. Obviously, I don't think either one of those guys are getting drafted in a normal draft, but
No, absolutely not.
2-quarterback, I'd probably take Josh Allen or a Superflex. Just because I think he has a better arm.
Because he's white.
No. He has a high motor.
I just wanted to cause conflict.
I'd love to look at their rushing numbers between the two of them. I didn't look at them before we came, but I mean, who's the better runner?
Who's the better passer? We still got to talk about that quarterback-wise.
I would be more worried about their running production in a 2-quarterback league just because I don't trust either of their arms yet.
Boom.
That's true.
Boom. Arms look like mine out there.
And is anybody going to put them in a position to succeed in the passing game? We saw what the Ravens did with him in the playoffs last year, and they basically left him hanging out to the dry until the fourth quarter, till garbage time. So, and Allen's not making the playoffs.
He can sling it a little bit. Lamar Jackson. I'm okay with that.
Okay, let's move on from these quarterbacks that nobody cares about. Mike Davis goes to the Bears. Only reason I want to bring this up is Jordan Howard done.
Yeah. He's done.
Yeah,
You think this completely washes him out of there? Jordan Howard's untouchable. don't look at him, don't go after
No,
him.
I don't think he's untouchable. If anything,
No.
I think he's. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I think they'll try to get something for him. I would hope they would try to get something
But if
for
he
him.
stays there and gets cut, like, you don't want nothing to do with him, right?
No, in Dynasty, I want him though.
Hoping he gets a better situation.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
that's all it is. You're praying that he goes somewhere.
What's a good spot for him, though?
I can't think of one because all the places that would be good spots have running backs there.
You don't think Indy would be a good spot?
He can't catch the ball. Naheem Hines and Marlon Mack
What?
both catch the ball better.
Let's say he goes to Oakland. They don't have a running back right now. What do you think about Oakland?
Oakland wouldn't be a bad spot.
Maybe just because there's nobody there. But other than that, like,
I think he'd be good with Jalen Richard handling.
he'd
the
be a
passing.
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
Who just pounds the ball to the middle.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
great.
that's probably about the only good spot, though.
Okay, thanks. I just proved a point.
There you go. Okay, let's move on to the Lions.
Wait.
What?
Up.
Mike Davis, what, Bears?
There was another quick signing we haven't talked about yet. I just want to talk about it real quick. Carlos Hyde got signed to the Chiefs.
We talked about that on the last episode.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
I don't remember that from the last episode.
Okay.
Boom.
I thought we
Listen
did.
to it. Sometimes I'm right and you're not. Sometimes.
I didn't remember hearing about that signing at all.
I don't think you should listen to the last episode right now. But anyway, $2.8 million is what he got signed for. He's going to be backing up. Well, he's not going to be backing up. He could be competing for the starting job, really.
Maybe we talked about this at work. Yeah, that's what it was.
Damian Williams.
I think Carlos Hyde's a starter. Damian Williams couldn't beat out anybody in Miami.
I'm fine with that. Damian Williams is actually the third string running back before Kareem Hunt went out and then Spencer Ware got hurt. I actually think that if you got some Damian Williams shares, maybe now is some time to sell.
Yeah, I think honestly this hurts him a lot.
Or they're going to go and draft a guy, and the guy they draft will be the guy. But I think, for me, this is curtains on Damian Williams.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I'd agree with that.
$2.8 million isn't a lot for Carlos Hyde. So
No,
they
but
got both
Carlos
these
Hyde
guys.
can catch the ball. He did in the 49ers. I really thought we did this before. That's why
We
I
have
wasn't
not
enough.
done it.
That's why I asked if I'm missing things.
There's other things that we haven't talked about either. I'm going to bring them up, but this is just where I had this one slotted.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Why didn't you tell me when I sent you a rundown?
I
Hey,
didn't
look
notice
this over
these
and
things.
tell me if I missed anything.
I was studying for my other test.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Mom and Dad are
Sorry
fighting.
you were busy yesterday. Not that I wasn't.
Okay, well, all right. Anyway, now we'll move on to the Lions.
There we go.
Bit of a control freak on our
Yeah, we do. Danny Amendola, do you care?
No. Every Patriot that leaves that team is worse.
He's not a Patriot. He's a Ram, and everybody that leaves Jeff Fisher's situation is amazing.
He was a Dolphin last year,
Yeah, I know.
but
He was a Ram first, though.
he was. No, I don't care.
But he was a wonderful Patriot.
Jesse James, anybody care?
Matt Stafford doesn't know how to use a tight end ever.
Eric Ebron is fact of that. So, I just want to put them in here. They're moving parts. I don't think it affects really anything. Doesn't hurt Dan. I don't think it hurts Kenny Galladay at all with Danny Amendola being there. Might help him a little bit.
Hopefully it helps carry on.
This next one, though, I kind of like it. Devin Funches to the Colts. I think he's a good compliment to T.Y.
I love this move.
He's a tight end that doesn't play tight end.
Yeah.
And we all know Andy Luck loves the tight ends.
Eric's got a look in his face.
Funches is just one of those guys that just hasn't lived up to the expectations year in and year out in Carolina. So
2 years ago, he had a good year.
a good year. But he's supposed to be like the guy.
Who's a better quarterback, Cam Newton or Andrew Luck? Quarterback. Throwing the ball.
Why are you thinking about this?
I mean, I go with Andrew Luck.
yeah,
He's an Auburn fan, rocked out in all Auburn right now, and he's even.
there's no contest. Andrew Luck's far better quarterback.
And Cam has his health issues. Not that Andrew Luck doesn't, but the offensive line is much better in Indianapolis these days, too.
Everything is better in Indy.
I think this is great because I think T.Y. can go back to stretching the field, and Devin Funches can work the underneath as a big body wide receiver, catching those fades. And Andy Luck loves some of those fades.
I'm going to try to get some Devin Funches this year.
How does this affect Eric Ebron, though?
Doesn't.
You don't think it'll affect some of those 1 yard touchdown catches?
No, I ain't going to.
Does Devin Funches, Mike?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, he is his favorite target in the red zone. I don't think that's going to affect that. His
Devin Funches
targets.
is a converted tight end.
But he doesn't have tight end strapped to his name on the depth chart.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what Andrew Luck looks for.
Between the 20s, though, you might see Ebron's targets dip a little bit.
Yeah. But who cares?
But they have the rapport. He doesn't have that rapport with Funches yet, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay. So I know we talked about AB in the last episode.
I don't think we did.
It was the title of the show.
Okay.
That one I know we did.
Yeah, okay.
All right. But they went out and got a couple more wide receivers. They got rid of Jordy, which
Bye.
Still out there.
I think Green Bay may sign him back. Cheap deal.
Oh, my God.
If he goes anywhere, that's the only place I can see him going. But they went out and got J.J. Nelson and Tyrell Williams. How do you feel about the Tyrell Williams? You were very high on him, Josh.
I love... Actually, I'm not that excited about it.
Why? Because it's quarterback?
Yeah. His quarterback, his coach. I'm really bummed out about this whole Tyrell Williams thing. I wanted him to go... I wanted him to be the guy in Indy. That's what I wanted. And I understand you're saying they're both field stretchers, but I'm disappointed.
I don't think he would have been the guy no matter where he went.
I think he could be. If he was the guy in Buffalo, you don't think so? The guy for the Jets?
I mean, he'll be the guy in Buffalo, but the guy in Buffalo last year was nobody fantasy relevant.
You don't think that he would have worked really well with the Saints, that field stretching guy?
No.
I think so.
Because Drew Brees is going to throw the open guy. It doesn't matter if you stretch in the field or not. You're going to be the open guy.
Okay. Even if you would have went to Pittsburgh.
Easy about Pennsylvania there, fella.
Are you a Pittsburgh Steelers fan?
Absolutely not, but I'm from the area.
Okay.
You don't talk bad about my city.
You went to Temple. You got to
say
Cowboys
this.
fan.
You got to say the Steelers. You know who else went to Temple? Bill Cosby. Says something about this guy, right?
Wow.
Ooh, that is true.
He did get his
Bill
degrees.
Cosby was alum. I'm just a dropout. Okay.
No,
calm
actually,
down.
he was an honorary graduate, and they got all yanked back.
It still makes him alum.
No. They took them all back.
Yeah.
So he's
Don't you wish they would do that with your debt?
Absolutely. 100%.
We made it 46 minutes.
Hey,
of the
we're
show,
going to
man.
snowball it, okay? We're
I
gonna
tried
snowball
so
it.
hard not to not say that. 46 minutes. That's a record for me not
Yeah.
to bring that up.
All right, so what do you... J.J. Nelson, Tyrell Williams, both pretty much field stretching guys.
Okay.
I'm with Josh on Tyrell Williams. I look back at his last couple of years. 2016 was his only 1,000-yard season. I think he had 8 touchdowns, something like that.
Would he be a guy you would target for a bye week fill-in? If you were needing some help on a bye week?
Not with Derek Carr.
Okay.
Derek Carr threw for 7.3 yards on average last year.
Yeah.
6.7 for his career.
Either, by the way. So,
He's visiting New Orleans on Monday.
Yep.
Who's that?
Jared Cook. The tight end, which was all his targets for the last 2 years.
Yeah. Because Derek Carr just doesn't throw it deep, and I don't see Gruden making a lot of improvements upon that.
And the Steelers went out and got some wide receivers.
Did they?
Moncrief?
Did they?
Moncrief?
Not on my radar at all.
Moncrief slapping the base?
He's on my radar because what else do they have?
Exactly.
And Big Ben threw the ball more than any other quarterback in the entire NFL.
They got
last
Juju.
year.
I think Moncrief can be the other outside guy, though.
I think they'll draft somebody.
That's fine. It's going to be Moncrief or James Washington. And
Eli Rogers is the other guy. He doesn't matter at all.
no one cares. I'm interested in Moncrief. I know no one wants to watch preseason football, but this is where you have to pay attention to what's going on here.
Big Ben's not even going to play the preseason.
Yes, he will.
He'll play a couple series here.
No, because
Game
Mason
3.
Rudolph's had a season setting the bench, so he doesn't care anymore.
All right. Well, I don't care.
I think Moncrief's a known quantity, and I don't think he's going to do much with him.
Okay.
All right.
The Niners. Tevin Coleman goes to the
Spending,
Niners.
making it rain.
But Tevin Coleman to the Niners. Can you think of a worse fit?
No.
Nope, that was
Especially since you're paying Jerick McKinnon already.
Yeah.
Maybe if he
and
went to
Burita
LA.
and Mostert got re-signed as well.
That's good. That's just great.
So, what kind of running back by committee are we going to see?
4?
Because McKinnon's never been a lead back guy. That's why we loved him in the 49ers situation, because he thought he was going to be the lead back. Then he got hurt. And Burita showed a little bit, but he got hurt a lot.
And they can't save any money by cutting him either.
Nope.
They eat all that, pretty much all that contract. So
It looks like John Lynch doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
him and the Raiders, their rebuild makes no sense. Or whatever. I mean, if you want to call it a rebuild, whatever they're doing,
Well,
it's
the Niners have to make
directionless.
moves to win now because they spent all that money on Garoppolo. You can't sit there with all this money going to a quarterback and not be trying to put pieces around it. I understand that.
Then why not go get Le'Veon Bell? Why get Tevin Coleman?
I wish
You have $60 million in cap space.
Why not go get some better receivers? Why not go get some better offensive linemen?
The receivers
Why not go
is
get
what
some
I'm
better-
saying. They should have got some wide receivers.
Why the hell do you pay D Ford them? I love D Ford.
Do you love him?
I
Because
do.
you're a Patriots fan. He's offsides.
No, I love him because he went to Auburn. But why in the hell are you paying D Ford that kind of money? It makes no sense.
Oh, sorry. They did get a wide receiver. They got Jordan Matthews.
Doesn't count.
Okay.
Next question.
Yeah, he was in Philly.
So Tevin Coleman, are you going to draft any Niners running back? And if so, which would be the first one you would?
I might take a flyer on Breida. Maybe.
Burita,
McKinnon.
who's probably third on the depth chart if we line the depth chart up right now.
McKinnon and Coleman, I'd still take a chance at. If
Late in drafts, right?
if the price is right. And I think Coleman can be what he was in Atlanta.
A couple seasons ago,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, with Shanahan. Now, there's a couple players that we didn't talk about. I want to get to real quick. Adam Humphries got signed to Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
4 years, $36 million. We know that his quarterback could be Mariota or Tannehill.
Which is
Okay.
what's the South Park thing? A turd sandwich and a douche. Like
I don't know.
I don't know where you're going with that one.
they did an election one year. You got to go between.
Oh,
turd
South
sandwich-
Park. Okay,
Yeah,
now I'm
South
tracking.
Park,
Now I'm
yeah.
tracking.
Tyrod Taylor got signed to the Chargers as a backup. 2-year deal. Good for you. And
Yeah, but
then
he's
He's a
paid.
backup.
And then we kind of touched on a little bit the Nick Foles situation, 4 years, $88 million, and then Blake Bortles is cut, no longer on the team.
Yeah. The one thing I do want to bring up about Tyrod, everybody's dogging Tyrod.
I don't know.
He had Hugh Jackson. Because even Baker didn't play good with Hugh Jackson. He didn't play great.
Before that, who was his coach?
What?
In
Doug
Buffalo?
Marrone,
Yeah.
Rex Ryan.
Yeah, he had no great coaches. And he didn't have these weapons that they have. I'm not saying he's not going to play this year as long as Rivers is healthy. He's the backup. He's the Charlie Whitehurst. They don't expect him coming in there. Unless Rivers' wife pops out triplets.
Oh, wouldn't surprise me. He'd have a baker's dozen then or something?
Yeah. Even then, Rivers probably still isn't missing the game for that. He's like, I've been there for the first 20. I'm not coming for the second 20.
Who cares? Use some contraception, man.
He doesn't believe in it.
Clearly.
He's devout.
Yep.
That's his belief system. That's what he's going to do.
All right.
I feel bad for his wife.
Of all these
Bless
moves,
her heart.
Yeah, it's just like a portal at this point.
Of all these moves, what's your favorite move?
My favorite move out of everything that happened,
Mm-hmm.
and I can include Odell to the Giants.
Sure, you can
That's
include
my,
Odell.
that's my favorite move.
That's your favorite move?
Hands down.
I mean,
Absolutely.
that's probably going to be a first or second round pick. Any big time sleepers in here you think maybe could have great years next year that people aren't really tracking because maybe they didn't pay attention to the offseason and the moves and didn't even realize this guy went there? Or maybe a guy left, which opened up a hole for somebody?
So for me, it's either Golden Tate or Adam Humphries. I love what Golden Tate does on the football field. I don't like him as a human being. I think he's
I think the Adam Humphries moving makes Chris Godwin way better
yeah. Yeah, I completely agree.
with Bruce Arians.
But those two are the ones, the Golden Tate move and the Adam Humphries move are the ones that I'm looking for.
And Devontae Parker with Fitzmagic.
That could be. And now he's got a way better coach. Excuse me. What about you, Eric?
I have to rate the Odell deal. That's by far the best move of the offseason so far. I mean, they got him for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, boy.
So
He's
you
in a
guys
much
know
better
that the
situation.
Browns are the favorite to win the North now. So if they start the season 0-2, is it woe and despair in Cleveland again and we fall apart and
No.
No.
the media turns and it's back to crap Cleveland again?
But I think in terms of the rest of their division is worse than they were last year, other than maybe the Ravens.
Okay.
So I think saying they're the favorite,
And we have the draft to come up, which is going to change everything when we see some of these players get drafted.
Sure.
DK Metcalf ends up on,
Ooh,
the Browns too somehow.
it's going to be so sexy. Do you want to, so April 1st, 2016, before all of this happened, do you guys want me to tell you who was on the roster for the Browns? Just to see how different this has really gotten. Your quarterback was Cody Kessler.
Okay.
Your running back was Isaiah Crowell. Wide receivers were Corey Coleman and Terrell Pryor, and your tight end was Gary Barnridge.
The Junkyard Dog.
Dude, they have made some moves, and I am so excited to see what's going to happen this year.
If Tyreek Hill gets cut, do you think the Browns sign him? This is the same GM that drafted him.
Oh, I'm sure they would.
You think this is why Kansas City isn't knee-jerk reaction like they did with Kareem
If
Hunt?
they had Tyreek Hill, Odell Beckham, and Jarvis Landry, it's a wrap. Bye.
That's a terrifying offense.
Bye.
How do you cover them all? You can't. You could have the best back end in football. You can't cover everybody that long.
Exactly. All right. That ain't happening. Is Baker a QB1 next year with the weapons that he has?
Yep.
Yeah.
Without hesitation, yes.
If he's not, is it the most disappointing sophomore season of any quarterback ever?
Yes.
I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, there's high expectations, but I mean, he's still.
We're talking Ron Grady levels of success here.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for tuning in to the Empty Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast. Hit us up on Twitter at EmptyWagonFF or at Tack Jones, at FFJoshHughes, or at GunsofFeld19. Thanks for tuning into the show, guys. We're on Instagram at Empty Wagon Pod. Please tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your sister, tell your cousin, tell your brother, tell your dad, everyone. Download our show. Listen, we got stuff to talk about. We'll see if we can get Eric to come back on. If not, who cares? Bye, guys. Have a great week.
See ya.
Bye.